Hello, my name is Steve Gonzalez. It's a privilege to serve as a justice on the Washington Supreme Court. Ever since I became a justice in 2012, my top priority has been to support the rule of law and the rights promised by our state constitution, without fear or favor. I've spent my whole career as an advocate for equal justice for all Washingtonians. Before joining the Supreme Court, I spent a decade as a King County Superior Court judge, where I steadfastly worked to maintain judicial independence. I was a member of the statewide Access to Justice Board for 7 years, including 2 years as the chair. Before that, I served as an assistant United States attorney for the Western District of Washington, prosecuting organized crimes, hate crimes, and international terrorism. I was a member of the team that successfully prosecuted the Millennium Bomber in the case U.S. v. Rassam. For my work on that case, I received the U.S. Attorney General's Award for Distinguished Service. I also worked as a prosecutor in the Domestic Violence Unit for the City of Seattle. After law school, I spent 5 years practicing business law, and during that time I regularly provided free legal services for clients who could not afford to pay. I live in Olympia with my wife of 24 years and our 2 sons. Since joining the Supreme Court in 2012, I've stayed active in our community. I chair the Interpreter Commission for the state. I serve on boards of the Northwest Minority Job Fair and the Washington Leadership Institute. I mentor students and judge mock trials. I also chair our Traveling Court Committee, and we're going beyond traditional locations, bringing the court to small towns, tribal lands, and high schools around the state. I'm honored to have broad support. I've been recognized as Outstanding Judge of the Year by the Washington State Bar and rated exceptionally well qualified by 10 bar associations around the state, including the Veterans Bar, the Joint Asian Bar Association, Q Law, and Washington Women Lawyers. This year I taught state con law at Gonzaga University. In my youth, I was a Rotary International Scholar in economics at Hokkaido University in Japan. Recently, I received honorary doctorates from Gonzaga University and the University of the Puget Sound. I have Democratic, Republican, and nonpartisan support. I've been endorsed by over 200 judges, including all of my colleagues on the Supreme Court, also Governor Inslee, Secretary of State Kim Wyman, Attorney General Bob Ferguson, former Attorney General Rob McKenna, Congresswomen Suzanne DelBene and Pramila Jayapal, former Governors Locke and Gregoire, Senator Hasegawa, Representatives Gregerson, Tomiko Santos, former Representative Velma Valoria, the State Labor Council, the State Council on Firefighters, and legislative districts across the state, and many others. I love my job. I'm honored to serve. I would be grateful for your support so I can continue to work for the people of our state as a Supreme Court Justice.